Hello, active traders, and welcome to our paper trading mastery event for tonight. It's great to see everyone here in the special preview event. I'm Ken Calhoun, your host, president of the original Day Trading University and Trade Mastery, and it's great to see such a big turnout for tonight. You all are to be commended for being here during the holiday season. I know a lot of people take this last couple of weeks off, but I like to work hard. We like to play hard. We like to work together as a team. So welcome to our event. We're going to be looking at top-notch ways to make the most of how to paper trade the right way, because I think there's a lot of misconceptions on how to demo or sim or paper trade and what the role is in your own personal progression as a trader. You know, far too many traders blow up their trading accounts and then are left scrambling. They have to come back and earn money. Then 2 or 3 years later, they come back in and try a different type of approach, and they blow up their accounts again. Much smarter to take a step back and do a little more with your paper trading, especially to test out new strategies. I'm always testing out new techniques for my students, my traders around the world, thousands of traders. I'm always looking at if I have a new breakout trading strategy or a new pivot approach or whatever I'm doing with the tape reading or time and sales or candles or the rest of it. I always test out an approach before I do it with live money accounts. So I want to prove it out in paper before I go live. So I want to share with you some of the thoughts that I have on how that works and welcome you to tonight's event. As always, all information is for educational use only. We're not making advice about what to buy, sell, or hold. By watching this, you agree not to make actual trades. It's all for educational use only. You may have seen me in every month's issue of Stocks and Commodities magazine. You may have seen me at the Money Show Traders Expos and the Money Shows as a featured speaker. It's always a pleasure to work with the ultra professional team at Money Show. I highly recommend you go to those and be sure to subscribe to Stocks and Commodities. It's the best place to get ongoing training. So for myself and other educators. So welcome to tonight's preview event. So what's your number one problem as a trader? What's your number one problem? It's either not making enough money or losing money. And one of the problems that we all have as active traders is avoid losses or get out of that kind of the trader's spiral of doom where you're getting small wins punctuated by larger stops and then small wins and small stops and your account goes down instead of up. And if it's not going up, there's room for improvement. So let's take a look at some strategies for how you can do that. Number two problem would be some of the dishonest educators and their BS about tropical islands and fancy sports cars. And if you ever hear phrases like consistent profits or financial freedom, run, don't walk to the nearest exit door. There's a lot of BS out there and misconceptions about it. Trading for real money, like I do, is a lot tougher than it looks. And it's a lot more about the math than the chart patterns. And to get at the math and to get at the chart patterns that work, it can really help you to develop a more strategic paper trading or demo approach before you risk live capital, because you really need to prove things out. So do paper trading first. You can always do real money trading later on. And I think one of the things that can really help you with that is to learn a strategy or process that makes sense. Okay, so the reason we want to do that is because, first of all, there's a much longer, if you look at your own personal trading progress, you can probably all nod your head, yes, there's a much longer learning curve than most people would anticipate, right? It took me years to get to even start doing break-even trading and making winning trades. It was much tougher than I thought it would be. It's not a matter of 3 months later trading penny stocks, you're the next gajillionaire, and now you're on a beach with tropical islands and women in bikinis and sports cars and all that kind of crap. Mature people know that. I guess some of the younger millennials are getting hoodwinked by that. But anyway, avoid the sales pitches that promise consistent profits and easy money. There's no such thing. This is a profession, and it takes a long time to prepare, which no one wants to hear. Everyone wants to use their text and their iPods and, hey, let me click in a trade and make instant profits. That's not reality. The other problem is your capital is limited. You know, it's much easier to lose money than to win money. Am I right? Give me an eye, right? Give me an eye. Channeling Tony here, but it's a lot easier to lose money than to win money as a trader. One of the things I found, at least in my own trading, I've done thousands of real money trades, trading millions of dollars worth over the last 17 years. What I found is I wish I had taken more time on the front end, or when I got frustrated and digging myself into a hole, to take a step back. You know, take a step back, put the mouse down. You know, put the mouse down and take a look at how to paper trade or demo trade your accounts more effectively. You get inconsistent charts and entries. You know, for example, here's one that my Swing Scans members got. It's a Rockstar Trade chart, CFG, Citizens Financial's the ticker. that's great, and that's, looks fine. And if you get those kind of charts, you're doing great. But what about if you're trading something like Valero and it goes up and you get stopped out, and you go up again, you buy a new breakout, you get stopped out. It goes down, you try and buy a pivot, and then it does the mother of all sell-offs. You get stopped out again. It's very frustrating. So, using small stops or paper trading with everything you do on the front end, and then start to gradually get into your trades more carefully, makes a lot more sense, because you're going to find overall that the charts are much less consistent than they tell you about in the books. At least I found that out the hard way. Does that sound familiar? You get these classic patterns, whether it's cups or ascending triangles or momentum breakouts, but oftentimes they don't continue on up, right? It looked good on paper, but then you get stopped out. And those stop outs, the sequence of stop outs, will destroy your trading account and make you one of the 90% plus casualties out there in the market if you haven't proven out your strategies and practiced over and over again till correct trading is second nature. Not only your discipline and your timing and your trade management and your entry and exit pattern recognition skills, but your thought process. And go at it with some heart. Trade with passion, but trade carefully on the front end, right? So inconsistent charts and entries. Another challenge we all have is time limitations. How do you make the best use of limited time and your personal skill level? Okay. And finally here, risk management and profit taking, right? This is the reasons why, doing the list here as to why I encourage you to do paper trading first. We're going to look at some examples here. And of course, we're probably all really trading, or even if you're a new trader and you're not really trading, one of the things you want to start doing is reset back to zero for the new year. For 2017, I want y'all to consider stop trading, stop the madness. I'm a big fan of Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank. You want to send your soldiers out in a battle in the market. You want them to capture some enemy troops and come back larger with more money than you put out there. But that's not going to happen if your artillery and your infantry is not properly trained. You're going to get out there and shoot up the hamburger, right? So I got a lot of buddies in military and law enforcement. So I know there's so much training that whether you're an airplane pilot or a doctor or a soldier, you go through a lot of training. Why would not trading be the same? And so trying to wing it on your own is your biggest challenge as a trader. One of the things I'll tell you on behalf of all of us in the trading education and the charting software and the brokerage companies, maybe not so much the brokers because they want your commissions, but all of us are trying to help you guys make it, want you to stay around for a long time and be healthy and have your accounts alive and working for you. And that's not going to happen if you swing and a miss, Stu Reich, he's out of there, and you lose all your money. Then we will not be having this conversation 5 years from now because you'll no longer be trading because you'll pissed away your money on bad trades. So instead, take a step back. Especially good, even if you're a veteran trader like me, I'm always testing it. I know I'm impatient. I like to trade. I've done as many as 304 real money trades in a single morning. That's my record, 304 real money trades. So I'm a day trader. Sometimes I get trigger happy and successful too on that day. So net profitable. But the challenge is you want to test out your trading ideas before you risk live capital. And after you test them, you then want to do small share or a lot or contract, depending on what instrument category you're trading. Small size, kind of walk before you run. You go 10, 15 miles an hour as you're backing out of the driveway. You don't go 80 miles an hour out of the driveway, you're going to crash. So as a trader, like here I was setting this up for my traders this morning. What Paper Trading Mastery is going to teach you is how to apply professional sim trading approaches for both day and swing trading. And so here's, for example, something I set up for my traders in this morning's calls for the Trading Open Live Room. In my sim account, you can see Interactive Brokers labels that simulated trading. So we all know it's a sim account, which is important. That's the saving grace. You do not want to be out there trading thousands of shares of live real money capital right out the get-go, or you're going to lose your money. And like my daughter would say, that story ends badly. You don't want that. What you want is to make money as a trader, but you got to prove out your approach first. One thing that I put on the website for y'all is the idea that you might want to consider requiring yourself to double a paper trading account. Like IB starts off with $1 million paper, turn that $1 million account into a $2 million account on paper before you even consider trading, right? Maybe that takes a couple of years. Maybe it never happens. Either way, you say you've dodged a bullet and not pissed away $20,000, $30,000 in losing trades or more. You know, I've had traders tell me they've lost as much as 105,000 day trading, and it's, you know, and I'm sure there's people who lost even more than that. Stop the madness. There's got to be a better way. So I'm glad you asked. How are we going to do this? Well, one of the things I want to do tonight in our preview event is let you know what we're going to be looking at in the premium event that's coming up in just a week from tonight. It'll be Thursday night, December 29th from 8 to 9:30. We'll do a lot of extended Q&A. We'll go step by step through exactly what you need to do to make the most of your paper trading. You know, I know it's not as sexy a topic as if I had said, instead of paper trading mastery, how to instantly trade penny stocks and become a millionaire and make $6,000 a day trading. That's a bunch of BS. Show me any consistency with that approach. Average or consistent results are that most traders lose money. So you don't want to get hornswoggled by those varmints out there. I could talk like that because I live in Colorado. Bada boom. Anyway, you don't want to get hornswoggled by those varmints out there trying to promise, you know, tropical lifestyles and beaches and women in bikinis and big mansions and all that kind of stuff. I mean, hopefully we're all smarter than that. But yeah, for those of you who are younger, maybe in your 20s, it's a bunch of BS, all right? The truth about trading is it's hellacious harder than it looks. And you got to trade a lot more based on the P&Ls. You know, you can see my trading journal site here has over 106,000 views on real money trades I've done. So these are actual screen caps, you know, for my Interactive Brokers account. Even modest, maybe making $500 the hard way. That's a lot smarter approach, in my humble opinion, than swinging 1,000-share trades trying to make thousands of dollars, because you end up losing, you know, $15,000, $20,000, blowing up your trading account. Small trades are better than large unsafe trades, but paper trades are the safest of all because you're not risking anything. I think the biggest challenge I've seen, and I'll teach you how to get around this in the premium event coming up in just a week, and I'll tell you more on how to register for that in about 10 minutes, but is to trade paper the same exact way to the best of your ability, you know, kind of condition your mind. And I'll teach you the mind conditioning strategies and tools that you can use mentally to get you focused on paper trading exactly the same way you would real money trading account. Otherwise, what will happen is you'll make one of two errors. One is that you will trade larger size in paper, like I'm a trading king, I'll trade 5,000 shares of a $2 stock and make thousands of money on paper. But when it comes to real money trading, then you kind of do a mouse trade, you do like, you know, the tiny share trades, and you don't do the same results in real money trading as you do in paper trading. The flip side of that, I'll cover in the premium event next week, but just to get you started, that's one of the two critical errors. What's more important than just awareness of the idea is how to solve it. And that's where I really shine. I teach you guys exactly step by step what to look for and how to set up a paper trading approach, a system. I used to be a quality management consultant, and I am a former certified quality engineer and statistician, and I worked for Ford Motor Company as a statistician and Rockwell International and McDonnell Douglas. Then I went on up a level and became an internationally known consultant for companies like Sheraton and Chevron and other big organizations, and they trust me to come in and help them improve operations. I was an operations management turnaround guy, right? How to make processes more efficient using flowcharts and team-based problem solving and Deming and Duran team-based, you know, quality management principles. My master's thesis in California was on Kaizen by Masaki Imai in the year 1991. Anyway, I digress. UCLA grad and Cal State Long Beach with my master's. The point is, in paper trading, I want to similarly give you a process, a well thought out step-by-step approach that you can start applying in your own trades to show you not only step-by-step tips on how to paper trade, but how to improve your overall trading plan, how to take what you learn from your demo account trades. You know, whatever you're doing in paper is nice. Kind of like for the fellow Star Wars fans out there, as Han Solo said to Luke Skywalker, good against remotes is one thing, good against the living, that's something else, right? And good against paper trading is one thing, good against real money trading. Just like the CFTC rules, a good disclaimer to say, simulated trading doesn't account for slippage. More importantly, from a trader standpoint, it doesn't account for the mental discipline issues of, are you really going to hold steady with your stop loss? Are you going to fudge it and push it down a little bit and give it a little more wiggle room? And we've all played those games with ourselves as traders, and it's really frustrating because it doesn't work out. Usually good trades are right from the get-go. Bad trades, Not so much. So get out while the getting's good. But before you even screw around with real money trades, you really need to get it down on paper, step by step. And as a guy who's done thousands of real money trades, I can teach you the difference between what you may have been doing wrong in your real money trades. Now's a perfect time because we're going to start a whole new trading year, right? And we all know how New Year's resolutions go, right? That's why the gym is always packed. I go to the gym all the time. The gym's always packed in January, then it trickles down in February. Back down to March, it's the same as it was in November, right? People have these well-laid plans and these intentions to get back, I'm going to get in shape and work off the holiday pounds. And it's good for about a month, and then they go back to business as usual. The tool, the strategy to help you in your paper trading potentially do better in your real trades is to have a process, a step-by-step technique that you can start using to develop a game plan for your paper trades and how to implement that strategically, intelligently, eyes on the prize in your real money trades. So what I call test for success techniques. And this is a must-see. My personal, you will learn for the first time ever, my personal testing strategy on how I test out my own techniques. You know, I'm one of the world's top guys in the active trading industry as a coach. I'm so humble, right? But like Zig Ziglar said, timid salespeople have skinny kids. So to paraphrase, anyway, the point is timid traders have tiny trading accounts. And so you can't be timid, but you can't be overly aggressive, you know, balls to the wall. Let's do this thing. Bring it. Well, the market will bring it and stomp on you and boom, boom. That's really frustrating when that doesn't work out, right? So, you know, give yourself a round of applause if you recognize the wisdom in avoiding overtrading large choppy charts. You know, like E-mini day trading, stupidest thing ever, unless the market's in a rally. The other 90% of the time the market's choppy. So any index tied instrument like E-minis or spiders or Qs or diamonds or a lot of the index tied ETFs and ETNs, completely moronic to trade. Ask any floor trader, ask any of my institutional clients. But yes, you have this proliferation industry of these moron E-mini day trading chat rooms trying to promise consistent profits, and you too can become, yeah, it's a bunch of BS, right? Your spidey sense should be tingling. Choppy charts are the death of traders, and E-minis are really choppy, so you don't want to trade your E-minis for day trades. I digress. A lot of what I do is swing trading the stock market and ETFs, but primarily I'm a stock swing and day trader. One of the things I want to teach you is how I test out different strategies. You may have seen my ADX over 40 technique. It's featured in Thinkorswim. It's been also, I believe, in Fidelity. The links on my homepage will take you to the ADX articles and in eSignal. And I've taught how to trade in TradeStation and Metastock and NinjaTrader. A lot of my channel partners, you want to learn how to test out trading techniques before you commit live capital. Trading is not a Vegas slot machine where you throw money in and pull the handle and hope for something good. That ends badly. That's a waste of money. Might be a pleasant distraction for a few minutes, but Hold'em's where it's at if you want to make money in a casino. Playing poker against less skilled opponents is the only way to make money in a casino. I should know. I know a lot of casino bosses. Poker is an amenity for the gamers. They make less per square foot on table yields on poker than any other use of the thing that the floor manager at Bally's told me, they could put a bank of slots and that would produce more money for the casino than the whole poker room, especially during off times. But it's an amenity for people who like to play poker. Anyway, you don't want to play poker or gamble with your trading. You don't want to risk live real money. I encourage the entire industry, and of course all my competitors are going to copy this, just like they copy other of my techniques and strategies and titles. I'm the most widely ripped off guy in the trading industry. That's okay. People can tell the difference. Who heard it? Who got this first, right? That would be me. And it's time-stamped on my Twitter and YouTube channels. So anyway, how can you make sim trades more realistic? That's a challenge all of us have. It's one thing, I'm going to paper trade a 5,000 share trade, and if it works out good, and if not, big whoop. That's not lessons learned. What you need to do is treat it, mentally condition yourself as though your trades were actually live money account trades. And a great way to do that is to make sure that you're doing it with the same size and the same exact strategy and the timing and the stops and your exit targets and your technical entry signals, tape reading patterns, regular cut patterns and ascending triangles and other technical entry signals, moving average crossovers, whatever you're using, doesn't matter. What matters is how can you start making a difference intelligently in your trading to start making the best of your paper trades. So you will also learn paper to actual trades in terms of action steps you can start beginning to take to get at doing this thing the right way. So, once you start posting profit or losses in your paper trading account, how do you manage the exit, whether you're doing day trading or swings? There's a good gap up in Micron, by the way, today, MU, and a gap down in Twitter. Those are the two of the bigger gaps. Anyway, the point is, I'm a trader, so I got to look at my charts. But anyway, the point is, I want you to learn specific strategies to take you from paper to real money trades. You know, I'm a real money trader, proof. I'm not a big real money trader. I'm not out there claiming to make millions of dollars trading the stock market and travel the world and drive fancy cars. That's a lifestyle pitch. If you look at the tax returns for many people promising such things, you will find that it's this much trading, this much selling the dream in terms of net income. I call BS on anybody that says to teach people cheap stocks or penny stocks. Let's see your Schedule Ds in terms of where your revenue comes from. Is it selling education or is it from actual trading? Inquiring minds want to know. Anyway, so I always like to keep it real for you guys. And it's always smart to do baby trades like this. You know, as you test out strategies, it's fine to do 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 shares. There's no reason to do 1,000 share baller trades on $2 stocks. Even if I trade cheap charts like this one, it's something that has much potential. If I trade a cheap, which I don't trade these anymore, but back in 2009 it was 60. You learn over time that the cheap stocks will cost you the most money. You have my word on that. I've lost the most money trading cheap under $5, under $10 stocks. Not because I'm a bad trader, it's because they are less consistent, right? So fool me once, you know, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So I learned the right way how to trade these, the best of the charts out there. So anyway, one of the things that I want you to do is you're starting, and this is starting off real small, right? These are some real money trades I did. Small days, nothing real huge and epic about it, but you know, I have had my days where I've done reasonably well. I think my record was the MGM trades making 3,000 in a single morning. So, but the main thing is I want you to start giving some, well, actually get back here. Let's get back here. Get over here. I want you to teach you how to test out your latest trading ideas. And step by step, what will you do? Let's say you want to start trading ADX breakouts, or you want to trade cup breakouts, or you want to just simply trade something like 52-week highs, which are fine too. How do you set up a test plan? Very simply, this is not something that requires an Excel spreadsheet and a huge epic amount of time. I'm not like that. I work so hard, I don't have time for a lot of crap. I like to cut to the chase and give you guys specifically bullet points, what to do that's quick and easy, you know, thumbnail sketch, quick and dirty tips on how you can instantly start testing out your ideas to see if they make sense. And in statistics, we have what's called representative sampling. And because I'm a former DOE and statistics SPC guy, anyway, in your trades, the big challenge in the whole trading industry is they will cherry pick out charts to sell you something, but that's not valid or reliable, to use validity and reliability as statistical measures, across representative sample of the market or a lot of different charts. And that's why you guys fail as traders, is because you trust the wrong guys who are selling you ice cream and cookies and unicorns and rainbows and puppy dogs. It's a bunch of BS. What it comes down to is the money. It's all just about the money. It's about risk management. Trading is a lot more about the money and P&L management than the chart patterns. So when you want to test out a new bright idea that you've got as a smart trader, it's incumbent upon you to make sure that you're testing that out intelligently and you're making a step-by-step approach to go from paper to real money trade. So anyway, what do I have here for you guys? If you want us to look at the heads up on what we're going to cover, it's what I call a paper trading. I'm updating the website. It should now be live with the registration link. Let me know if it's not. At papertradingmastery.com. I'm a .com whiz kid. 52 years old, but hey, making progress every day. You know, a lot of money solves a lot of problems, and not having a lot of money causes a lot of anxiety and a lot of problems. To quote Mae West, I've been rich and I've been poor. And trust me, being rich, boom, is so much better. And at least one of the things that I think can really help in your own pursuit for improving what you're doing as a trader is to go back to paper. Take a step back. Go way, way back. Back in the house, baby. I want you to take a step back for 2017, and your first month or two, don't trade live. Trade paper. Or at least trade much smaller size live and do more with your paper trading to test out ideas in the safety and convenience of your own demo account that's not going to bite you in the rear if your ideas don't work out, right? And that's also a great way, by the way, when it comes to so many thousands of traders, to test out the validity and the reliability. I'm the hardcore stats numbers geek guy by heart, so I used to work with control charts and manufacturing. And anyway, the point is, process capability numbers, CPKs, are still bright and shiny in my head. Anyway, I digress. I'm getting into manufacturing and quality engineering stuff. As a trader, you want to take similar approaches, though. And what you want to do is, whenever you see a bright, new, shiny idea from an educator, and I got a big show of hands at my Money Show appearance live at Caesar's Palace last month when I said, how many of you guys and ladies agree anything that an educator gives you should prove itself free before they charge, right? Anything that an educator tells you is a good idea should test itself out and prove itself to you as the free content that they give you before you even consider spending a dime on them. And almost all the hands went up, right? That's my challenge to the industry. So many guys out there are BS con artists, and they're promising financial freedom and consistent profits and all that non-compliant BS that you see out there. I like to keep it real. And I tell you, it's really tough to trade. And you're much better served by taking a step back and going to paper. Don't trade choppy, crappy stuff like penny stocks and E-minis and that crap. Trade good stocks or good Forex pairs that are strong trending instruments or ETFs that have a good likelihood of working out, and combine that with the testing approach where you're using paper trading or demo account trading to test out the validity, not only of your ideas, but ideas of, say, vendors or educators that you're buying systems or techniques from, right? One of the reasons I've been and I'm very blessed to feel very fortunate to be of service to so many thousands, tens of thousands of now traders around the world, is that so many people find value in my free content, like the Saturday freebie events I've been doing for years now. And I appreciate y'all being there. The next step is to start paper trading or demo account trading the techniques, either for myself or other educators you follow, because there are a handful of good people out there. I work with them, and test it out for yourself and see how well it works. So I'm not going to read all this stuff. I will give you credit for intelligence and forethought to read all this, but these are some of the bullet points that you'll be learning about in next week's event. So now is a good time to register at papertradingmastery.com. Let me know if any questions. I put together and as we speak, it should be updated. Wow, I'm just so good at that. Okay, so I've only trained thousands of people. So now when you update or hit refresh, if you're in Chrome, it's a little curly Q sign, you can see the add to cart button. And what I want you to do now is go ahead and register your spot. It's what, 97 bucks. It's half what I normally charge for this. You get a whole hour and a half with me personally a week from tonight, from 8 till 9:30 plus, for your viewing pleasure. And or if you've got a holiday life, I'm working in services, so many of you, so many thousands of traders, but if you've got a life, you will get the download video as well. So you can download the full hour and a half lesson for the low price of just 97. And there's no upsells, no extras, this is Paper Trading Mastery, but like a lot of my competitors, they do all these upsell BS shenanigans. Does that sound familiar? They'll give you a lowball price on something only as a say, to learn the real stuff, you got to spend another $1,000 on the super extra enhanced edition platinum mastermind paper trading, that kind of stuff. I don't do that. I'm very honest. I'm very straightforward with you guys. So I give you great world-class training at a bargain. So you get an hour and a half with me personally next week, Thursday night from 8 to 9:30 East Coast time for the low price of just 97 bucks. That's a good honest pitch, because I'm going to give you real world-class training of what I've learned going from paper to real money trades and the difference and how you can start implementing that yourself. Now, if you're like me, I spend a fortune on education and training, whether it's learning from world-class like sax players. I'm working now with one of the world's top horn players because I have a hobby. I hire great golf pros. I like to golf, so I hire golf instructors. I hire top marketing consultants, legal, and a great attorney. One of my attorneys is the top guy or one of the best award-winning guys here in Colorado, and he's at it's $400 an hour is his hourly rate. The marketing consultant that I worked with a few weeks ago, his standard rate's $1,000 an hour, even though I paid less. But anyway, it was a good bargain. So anyway, for me, you get an entire hour and a half, and I'm a real money proven, I'm the real deal kind of thing, a real trader. So, when people come and see me for a couple hours at Money Show, it's $329 per person. You can see me for only $97. So what a deal, right? So any questions, let me know. But I thought this, and nobody asked for this, by the way. It's very rare for me to launch something that nobody asked for. I'm a big fan of doing surveys. As you know, I do more surveys than anyone else in the entire trading industry, kind of like times 10. That's my background from Ford Motor Company. We always integrated voice of the customer, VOC data, into our engineering design builds for product development and getting vehicles launched. And one of the things I take into the trading industry and for my quality management background is always paying attention closely to what you guys want. This is much more in the it's good for you, like exercise and eating right, rather than, let's look at the latest breakout chart patterns. That's great, but it needs to be backed up with careful step-by-step trade management strategies. So one of the things I'll be doing throughout the next year is doing a lot more of these low-priced, bargain price, and anyone can afford this. If you can't afford $97, then trading's probably not for you, or hopefully I've made my case for why this could be valuable to you. If you're like me and I spend a fortune on my own personal education, like Ben Franklin said, an investment in knowledge is the best return, gets the best returns. If you get just one good idea that can help you dodge a bullet on a bad trade or get in on a good trade, it's more than going to make the time and the effort and the teeny tiny financial commitment worthwhile. So I like to be really straightforward about all this stuff with you guys, and I hope to see you next week in Paper Trading Mastery. The registration line is now open, and let me close off with a quick thought here. You've gotten up to speed on a few of my thoughts, at least, on the role of or the positioning of paper trading and demo account trading relative to real money trading. I do both, and the reason it works for me is I like to test things out in a safe, in engineering you call it a test bed or a test harness or sandbox for software coding. You sandbox your ideas. My competitors who are listening, I should write that down and copy them like they do all my other stuff. You guys are so freaking lame. Like somebody even copied my other recent seminar, which I won't mention by name, but watch for other people to copy this. And anyway, then that's what my attorney gets after people for, my IP attorney gets after them for that kind of stuff. And I get all kinds of damages filed. So anyway, the point is, I'm the originator of this idea, and I want you guys to give some thought to learning with me, because I really want to be there for you and help you personally understand how to start doing demo account trading the right way. And I'm not selling any software. There's nothing else to buy. This is strategy and techniques and tactics. You use it with whatever, whatever charting software, whatever brokerage accounts you use. I am not going to go into software, how to do software demo account trading. I'm going into the strategy and the tactics that are applicable no matter what charting software, no matter what brokerage accounts you use. And it's for day and swing trading, primarily stocks. If anyone wants me to cover Forex, I'll also look at some Forex. But the main thing is the strategies of how to paper trade, how to test out your ideas in a way that makes sense, how to make your sim trades more realistic, and so much more. And you have my word, it'll be a good session. I want to close out the year with something that I think can genuinely be a good preparation for next year's trading for you guys. Because whether or not the rally's done, stick a fork in it, and we sell all off, or if the rally continues, you want to be ready for testing out the next chapter, the next episode of what the market does. And that's what I want to help you with. So, I'm an old school veteran. I've been doing this for years, and I want to give you the benefit of a lot of years of stuff this falls squarely into the category of stuff I wish I knew 20 years ago before I got started. So it's a good time to regroup, take a step back, go back to paper trading the first month or two of the year, or at least cut down on real money trading, and take a step back and learn how to test out your trading ideas the right way, a smart way. I'm a former corporate statistician and quality engineer for the Ford Motor Company, as well as a world-known quality management consultant that I went into after that for big companies, and also world-renowned trading industry expert, and blah, 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 blah. I've got all the credentials up the yin-yang, but the main thing is I want to get you guys up to speed on how to start using paper trading techniques and strategies to hopefully turn the corner and get yourself off on the right foot in a safe learning environment where you're not risking live capital. I'm completely confident that if you were to tell your wife or your husband this, they would be completely supportive. It's about freaking time. Stop losing money. Stop trading live real capital. If you're losing money, just say no. Stop the madness. There's got to be a better way. And now it's your turn, exclusively at Paper Trading Mastery. So to wrap, oh yeah, good questions. I will answer the questions. Thanks, Mira and Damon and Pete. And so I ask questions and I will answer them. Right now would be a good time to type in your questions. First answer, I'll answer them in order of who posts the first. But one of the things I want you to think about strategically, intelligently, is this. We've just scratched the surface so far, and you've gotten an awareness of my thought process on the role and the purpose and the benefits of doing paper trading or sim or demo account trading the right way. It does have value, but not the way most people do it. Most people muck it up, right? And if you want to get it sorted, I've been watching a lot of British TV, so I use words like muck it up or sorted. You want to sort things out the right way. My UK traders, all you guys in the house will know what I'm talking about. If you want to sort things out and get it done correctly, there's some changes that you need to start making that are easy to implement. And I'm an expert at this, and so I want to be able to teach you guys what I've learned. You know, you've learned a lot. We've touched the surface of this. There's two problems, though. Problem number one, and Dan is saying, go, Ken. Thanks, Dan. Problem number one is you're going to forget. The mind is like a sieve. It forgets things. You know, tomorrow you're going to forget half of what you learned tonight. Christmas, maybe you're drinking eggnog and you forget the whole thing and you black out. New Year's Eve, you completely forget everything we learned here tonight. And that's not good. You need to be able to remember and implement these strategies to benefit from them. So I've given you a few good, valuable techniques and tips, some thoughts to start working with, but you're going to forget at least half of it by New Year's, kind of guaranteed. What I talked about here verbally, you're going to forget a lot of it. The other problem is there's no tools. You know, I gave you a lot of the strategies, but the introduction, I just scratched the surface. We're going to go deep dive a full hour and a half, 3 times as long as I've covered here tonight with specific, first you do this, second you do that, third you're going to do this, fourth, if you want to make it, you got to do that, and fifth, whatever you do, don't forget this. You're only going to get that if you pay me and come to my Paper Trading Mastery event next week. So operators are standing by. Register now at papertradingmastery.com. Anyway, but then the point is you need tools. And I like to give you the trade management tools, not software tools and not hammers and nails or hammers and wrenches and pliers, but the thought tools, the step-by-step strategic tools that you need to make it in doing demo account trading as a precursor or as a corrective action to help. My headline, I'm one of the world's top copywriters in this sector. As you may well, I wrote that myself. I'm an expert copywriter. My copy sold millions. I'm good at this. And I've traded millions of dollars worth of stocks too. So it's a good, honest blending of world-class marketing and sales copy. Plus, I'm the real deal. So it's a good guy to learn from. Anyway, the main thing I want you to do is pinpoint and fix trouble areas in your trading. I think that alone is going to be one of the biggest benefits to this training session that you'll get with me. Because not only will you see exactly how to develop a way to test out your ideas, but you'll also learn corrective actions. In the quality industry and quality management, we have corrective action plans, or CAPS for acronym, another TLA from the corporate world. Anyway, we don't want to go there. What we want to do is give you the quick and dirty step-by-step insider tips that you need to be able to start making better trading decisions more intelligently and making it a way of life. So it's something that's very comfortable to you. It's something you can easily say, okay, I remember what Ken was teaching me. This is what I should do this time I trade. Just like my golf pro teaches me how to hold the club and do the posture right, you know, or my tenor sax brilliant instructor, you know, she teaches me, you know, how to do vibrato and growling and all these techniques and all the rest of it. Similarly, or my marketing consultant teaches me how to make less cluttered web pages that are easier to navigate, right? So yay, move for simplification next year. Anyway, all the thought experts, the industry subject matter experts that I hire that are part of my team that I trust, their trusted expertise, I want to do the same approach for you guys and give you ways to pinpoint and fix trouble areas using paper trading as kind of a cornerstone approach for what you're about to do. So now it's your turn. But wait, there's more. I have fun with this stuff. I sell millions, so I don't have to do this, but I'm just doing this way to end the year on a bright note and get you guys started strategically on a trade management, get your head turned on straight for the new year. A lot of that is go back to paper and stop screwing up and wasting money in the markets. Take this as a breathing, take a breather. Whoosha, count to 3. Take a breather, take a step back, and you know, get this done the right way. So Paper Trading Mastery, that redirects over to my Trade Mastery site, so I don't have to create all these new websites. I only got 70 plus websites out there. I'm going to keep things simpler next year. So anyway, with that, I hope that this has been a service to you. And I want to give you good, honest tips on what I found really works in my own trades and testing out ideas and can potentially help you in making differences and improvements in your trades as well. So get the tools. Don't forget all this stuff. Now's a great time to learn, and all for the low, low price of only 97 bucks. So that's a bargain. I used to do these seminars that, if you look at my previous courses, all up at $250, $395, a few $100, which is still a good deal, but I want to make this even better deal because I've got so many of you here and a big turnout and new traders that have come to me from other educators that have, I'm kind of like I don't do all this marketing that a lot of these guys do, so it takes people a while to find me, but once they find me, they stay loyal to me for many, many years. Some of you have been with me like 8 or 10 years, and I appreciate that very much. I'm the guy that people come to after they've been burned by these penny stock wannabes or these cheap stock pop and drop chart BS people or these binary options derivatives, blah, 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 or e-mini day trading chat rooms, all these epic fails out there. I'm the go-to guy for actually doing this the right way, at least to the best of my ability. I'll give you my techniques and my strategies in a full 1.5 hour step-by-step strategy session that you can keep forever because you'll get a downloadable video as well. So with that, what I want you to do is go there and then click on the link, and what you'll find is once you click on the Order Now link, it'll take you to this page. And what I want you to do, this is what's known in NLP as modeling behavior. But back to our regularly scheduled program. I love it. It's kind of like the fourth wall. I'm a total fourth wall guy. Anybody ever see that great movie Deadpool? If you haven't seen Deadpool, watch it. And The Magnificent Seven, brilliant movie. It's best Western I've seen in years. Magnificent Seven and Deadpool, two of the best movies out lately. Anyway, Deadpool always does what's called breaking the fourth wall, which is where he looks at the camera and does some off-the-cuff comment, which is hilarious. And Woody Allen made it famous in one of his early movies too. So anyway, so what I'm saying is, once you click on the order button, you too will become part of the elite team that gets access to this for only 97 bucks and no ups, no extras, no BS, no shenanigans, no, well, now that you've got this, there's $1,000 version that's even bigger. No, I don't do that crap like my competitors do. I like to earn your trust the right way with good content, and great pricing. So, it is what it is. Learn with me in Paper Trading Mastery. You have my word. I'll give you very good step-by-step strategic direction on how to set up a thoughtful, easy to implement. I learned the hard way over many years. Complex and hard to implement isn't popular. People want quick and easy. So I give it to you broken down quick and easy steps you can start using easily, step by step, to develop your own personal paper trading plan that really makes sense and start using that to help leverage your own trading approach in a more intelligent manner. So that's good. And also, too, unlike my competitors, I'm an expert presenter. I've presented in front of well over, not even including my YouTube channel, but face-to-face, well over 32,000 people. That's nothing compared to my colleague Brian Tracy, who's presented to millions, but 32,000, I'll take it. Hey, and so you don't hear ums and ahs and verbal tics is what they're called. I've spent a fortune on professional presentation coaches to help me become a better presenter for you as well. So it's clear and easy to understand. My diction, it's somewhere between broadcast quality and step-by-step training. So you get to learn from a guy who knows how to talk as well as knows how to trade and gives you a lot of good tips. So I've made my case. The jury's in your hands. It's up to you folks. I hope that you'll find me worthy of consideration for the low, low price of 97 bucks. And if not, I still wish you the very best for a happy holiday season. From me and my family, I wanted to wish you the very best. If I don't see you before Christmas, I wanted to wish you the best for a happy holiday or Christmas or whatever you celebrate, because I got lots of traders of all faiths and denominations. My company's grown so much, and thank you. It's been a banner year. Sales are up double-digit percentage sales year over year the last 4 years in a row. So been doing extremely well financially in the company, and so I'm reinvesting the resources back into infrastructure like faster servers and better websites and all that kind of stuff. So thanks for your enthusiastic support and participation. I appreciate it. Let's do some questions. Yeah, Barry, yeah, the webinar is being recorded. Hey, thanks, Damon, appreciate it. Amira, can I please share one thing not to do in paper trading? Yeah, the one thing not to do is make it less than realistic. Okay, it's kind of like the difference between a flight simulator or driving simulator and the real road. There's a huge difference. I still remember back in high school, back when they used to include, driver's ed as part of the curriculum versus making kids go out and pay for it at a third party. They had these clunky, like, they felt like cardboard or plywood driving simulators that were nothing like a real car. Is like worlds away, worlds of difference. As a trader, a lot of people do make that same mistake in their paper trading. They will overtrade capital that they wouldn't have to trade, for example. You can't make, 100,000 share trade if your real money account only has, say, $40,000 in it or something, and you're trying to trade a $20, $30 stock or whatever the leverage or the margin numbers are. So limit yourself to paper trading with the same size. Kind of buckle down and trade the same size, whether it's lots or contracts or shares, as you do real money trades. And the other thing is, and I'll share more of this in the upcoming event in a week from tonight, but just another quick holiday gift idea is make sure that the timing exits, your timing exits, entries are usually pretty consistent. I found in working with so many traders worldwide, their entries, paper and real, are often about the same, but their exits are wildly different. And in therein lies the rub, right? It's like Sherlock Holmes would say, Watson, the game is afoot. So I get a lot of traders from Canada too, so I can't resist it. A lot of good friends too. I love people from Canada. They're the nicest people in the world. Canadians and Australians, the nicest people in the world. Anyway, but the point is, your exits vary wildly, oftentimes paper versus real money trading. At least I found that in my own real money trading. You tend to exit later and fudge it more in paper trading than you would in real money trading. And that is a big mistake, a big no-no. And I'll teach you how to not do that in the upcoming premium event. But yeah, glad you asked. That's two, not just one, but two no-nos to avoid in paper trading, is getting your exits right and getting the size right. All right, I'm a real money trader. I'm the real thing. I'm not one of these wannabe chart-talking gurus who doesn't actually trade. I'm a real trader. So I put my real money on the line, so I want to teach you guys what I learned. So that's it. I am out. Let me know if any other questions. If not, y'all have been amazing. I wanted to thank all of you so much for another banner year here at Trade Mastery and all of my network of websites. It's been a real pleasure to work with so many of you. I always seek for ways to improve our offerings and how I can be of even better, deeper, more valuable service to you. Authenticity and integrity are the two most important cornerstones of what I try and do. There's so much BS con artists out there. It's I'm a UCLA grad, corporate guy, blue-blooded background, kind of background that came into the trading industry because I got tired of corporate politics. If you've ever had a boss who's a complete freaking moron, sound familiar? Bada boom. If you've ever had a boss who's a control freak, coworkers who are idiots, customers from hell, if you've ever dealt with that life, if you've ever seen the comic strip Dilbert, which is brilliant in capturing the cubicle lifestyle, I walked away from that 20 years ago and boom, never looked back, baby. I haven't worked for another man since the year 1992, I think it was. So 93. I think it was 93. So I've been free of the corporate shackles, got out of the yoke of corporate shackles 23 years now. So that's cool. And it's so much better because you have more time for your family and more time for yourself. You don't have to dress up in a monkey suit and tie. I dress up in my Brioni suit when I go speak at the Traders Expos when I do my live seminars, and that's it. I don't have to wear the suit and tie anymore. Ties restrict blood flow to the brain, and that's why there's so many walking dead morons in corporate world. The brain flow, a little joke there, but it's the ties do it. It's wearing ties. I hate wearing ties. I've got Ferragamo ties and Brioni Ferragamo and I forgot the other brands. But anyway, I got a lot of nice fancy ties, but I only wear them a couple times a year instead of 5 times a week. So what a relief. And no more on bosses. And I don't worry about job insecurity, about what if they, like I got riffed at a McDonnell Douglas, it's like 55 or 70,000 people working at McDonnell Douglas Long Beach, and I was one of the 15,000 that got laid off, something like that, back in 1989. I still remember, nothing to do with performance, it's just seniority, last in, first fired. So, dealing with aerospace and defense contracts and uncertainty and all that kind of stuff is really frustrating. So I like being independent. And although I certainly do not promise or imply that you too can become independent, because that's not realistic. Realistic is most traders lose money and they never make money and they just piss away. They're like most golfers never become scratch golfers, meaning at par. Everyone is like a 13 handicap or an 8 handicap, and you try and always drive it down over the years patiently. More patience than I have sometimes, but and you know that if you're a golfer. Well, same thing in trading. It's very frustrating to get it wrong most of the time and still figure, what the heck am I doing here? So the way to solve that is to establish a safe sandbox or learning environment for your own trades. And I'm just telling you all what we're going to talk about. The how to do it is what I save for the premium event. But that's kind of the dialogue, my own values, my own beliefs when it comes to helping traders around the world. You have no business trade, like I've said for years, and now other competitors are even copying this, but I said for years, you have no business trading a live account until you can do extremely well in your paper account. And I say you should at least be able to double your paper trading account. So that's maybe a project for the first few months or even the year ahead, is double a significant paper trading account with thousands of trades before you consider live money trading. Because capital is limited, and you're much better served by taking a step back and investigating and testing your own ideas and prove them out consistently before you risk live capital. Everyone should tell the world's traders that. I firmly believe that. That's the honest truth of the situation. I wish I had known that back in the day. I blew up 2 trading accounts before I learned, right? It took me 6 years. I tell traders all the time, it may well take you many years just to consider getting to break even or stop losing as much as you used to, at least. And so rather than do all that pain and suffering and having to explain to your spouse, why did you lose so much money trading? We could have gone on vacation with that money. After you hear that enough times, you say, enough, stop the madness. Let's go back to paper sim trading, safely work out our strategies and our approach to trading, and then start risking live capital. And even then, baby trades, my pilot trade idea, before you take the next step up. Whatever you do, don't be trading 1,000 shares of penny stocks or 8 contracts of E-mini futures or that kind of crap. You're just going to blow up your trading account. That's why I inherit so many traders from those places down the road, where people sell them a song and dance and say, learn from me, I'm such a baller trader, and blah, 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 and try and sell the lifestyle, and it doesn't work. The truth is most people lose at trading, and so the best defense is to go to paper until you can prove to yourself that you can make it. So give yourself a chance, especially as we're coming up to a new year in 2017. So I know I ran longer than expected, but hey, that's why I schedule them for a half hour, knowing I'll probably go 45, 50 minutes, and we're out of time. So right now, what I want you guys to do is go to papertradingmastery.com or this link. Next, what I want you to do is scroll down to the page, and you got a handy dandy order button here that says yes, add to cart. And once you click that, that will take you over to this page where it says Ken Calhoun Trade Mastery. Really cool looking gold letters. And for just 97 bucks, so I do take PayPal, of course. That's the only way I buy stuff online. Other than Amazon, I trust Amazon with my credit card, but very few other people. I like PayPal anyway, but you can take, you can use Visa or MasterCard, whatever you want, and order your spot right now. And I'll see you guys in the live event coming up a week from tonight. We'll continue the dialogue with the specific mechanics of how to do the what I've talked about tonight. So you guys have been amazing. I wanted to thank you so much for being here. So trade with passion, trade to win, stop losing so much money next year, and start turning the corner intelligently. And I'd love to be part of your success. So thanks so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Let's see. Oh, thanks, Mira. Merry Christmas to you too. Oh, thanks. Barry's saying thanks from Melbourne, Australia. I've just asked my wife for this as a Christmas present. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. Barry's wife. Say yes. It's good. It's a great deal. Wow. I'm an OBS honest guy, so I'm not claiming to make millions of dollars trading, but I did learn the difference between, at least in my own trades, how I've made successful trades versus less successful trades and stop losses, and how to develop a trading plan to test things out with demo or paper trading to safely test things out without risking live capital. And that's the big thing you need to go for, is how do I prove a strategy, a favorite chart pattern, like a simple cup breakout or a multi-day high or 52-week high. How do I test that in a way that makes sense for you personally, given the way that you trade? And that's what I want to share with you in this session. Hey, thanks, folks. Hey, Craig, not sure what you're asking about. I'm not doing anything with that company in terms of the training. Hey, Barry, yeah, this one is being recorded. Hey, you too. Have a relaxing evening, Damon. Karen's asking, cover the different ways to place orders. Yeah, we'll look at both. Well, actually, probably no, because everything I do is limit orders. I always use buy stop limit orders for everything. So that's how I order. I don't do stuff at market unless I'm panicking. If I made a mistake in a day trade or something, I'm in large size and I just want to get out, I'll hit the sell at market button. But and that will happen on rare occasion. The rarer the occasion, the more experience you get. But everything I like to do is with buy stop limit orders. So yeah, but I will cover how that works. And see another question from a trader. Will I talk about how to get around some of the large gaps between the market maker's bid and ask? Yeah, we can cover that too. Bring that question. I'll give you a good answer for that. A lot of it is just the instrument selection using time and sales. So, but yeah, I'll cover how to do that too. So anyway, see you guys in our live event coming up in a week from tonight at Paper Trading Mastery. Love to see you guys there. Thanks to all of you who are ordering. Thanks. Orders are coming in, so appreciate that. And I will see you guys next week. And again, you do get a downloadable high-resolution video of this entire the premium event. Tonight's preview event will be on my YouTube channel as soon as it gets processed after the event. I'll put that up on the YouTube channel, and I will also put that in the website for you guys. So it will appear kind of right under here. I'll put the replay of the video right above this graphic, so I have to embed the video, so that takes some programming, but I'll do that post haste, and it'll appear here in the Paper Trading Mastery sites. For tonight's replay video will be there as well, so you'll watch it, and I hope to see you guys there. This will be a good session. It's really important to get your head wrapped around correct trade management, of which paper trading is a very important foundation part, and it's not basic stuff. I'm not going to cover the moron vanilla kindergarten level crap that most people in the industry cover. I want to give you the player's grade material, what an advanced trader does, but also how to do it easily. So that's kind of the trick. The balancing act is advanced, real money, professional, but how to do it easily. And that's what I want to set up for you guys and give you the process to use coming up in our Paper Trading Mastery Premium event. I'll also turn this into a downloadable course at some point too, so watch for that. But get in on the live session. The earlier the better, and bring your questions. This will be the only time you'll be able to ask me questions about this topic. Will be a week from tonight. So see you guys there. Take care, and I will see you in Paper Trading Mastery.